Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today we will be discussing a very infuriating topic regarding blatant art theft and plagiarism that is currently happening to artists all over social media. I don't know if you guys are aware, but artists are being attacked for simply creating the works they do. They are basically getting bombarded and shamed for, quote unquote, wasting their time honing their skills for years when AI can do it faster, end quote, while simultaneously being stolen from through AI art generators. All of these things are currently taking place in the AI art community and is negatively impacting not only regular artists but also those who are not here to defend their intellectual property anymore. If you guys have been using Twitter, you might have already seen some of the chaos I'm referring to, but if you haven't, sit back and watch this video. Due to the nature of this video, there is a likelihood that YouTube will try and bury this video, so make sure you leave a like, comment for the algorithm, and share this video to at least one other person. That way YouTube has no choice but to give this topic the exposure it deserves. As I said in the beginning of this video, this is all very infuriating, but I hope you guys can leave your frustrations in the comments down below. Don't go seek any of the people I mentioned out, don't harass or bully anyone, and even if you decide to be critical, do so constructively. Without any further ado, let's get into it. In my last video, I went over what AI art is and some of the issues it carries with it. It was a balanced and an educational approach on the topic, so if you're lost on what AI art is or just want an overview on the topic, I recommend watching my Why Twitter Artists Hate AI Art video so that you can have the proper context going forward. The link is in the description and the iCard above. To summarize, AI art is generated through AI art programs that have been fed millions of pieces of art from the internet. With these artworks in the database, you can pretty much generate unlimited amount of new artworks by simply writing in text prompts or keywords into the AI, and it will go back, find artworks that describe what you're looking for, and diffuse a new image for you based on the text you wrote. Some notable AI art generators are Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, DALL-E, and Novel AI. Novel AI particularly has been hotly contested due to it being able to generate anime-style artworks that are hard to tell apart from a human's work. The issue with this is that the artworks that are being used in this process are taken from artists without their consent or permission. It gets even worse when you realize that AI art generators can actually copy an artist's art style directly if you feed it enough works from a specific artist. There have been cases where the AI copied an artist's work so much to the point of recreating the artist's signature, but it appears that in some cases the AI has been caught straight up tracing works too, only changing a few details to make it look different. A few examples of this were discovered recently on Twitter, where an artist shared that their artwork was plagiarized by an AI. Left AI, write the actual drawing. The AI literally ripped off the whole composition. Might as well take the right artwork and trace over it. If you look at the artwork side by side, or even overlap them, it's quite obvious that the AI just completely plagiarized this image straight from the original artist. And I want to emphasize that the original artist never consented to their work being used in such a way. Another example of this blatant art theft was shared by a Twitter user who showed an artwork that was literally traced over by an AI with minor details changed like clothing, hair, and eye color. Almost everything else is identical to the original art, and it's disturbing how blatant this art theft is becoming. A third example of AI stealing art from an artist was discovered when a 4chan user posted their AI-generated artwork along with the prompts they used, only to later find out that the AI just traced over an existing artist's drawing of Miku Hatsune. This is particularly egregious because the AI never credits the artist whose work it uses to generate these images, so the original creators, whose art is being modified with this technology, never get the recognition or credit they deserve. This proves to me that AI cannot be trusted to not steal artworks from artists, which is why it should not be used in a commercial way, because the profits made from selling the AI's creations are exploiting the artists whose works were stolen and used without permission. Unfortunately, there is no way for artists to protect themselves or opt out of AI using their artworks at the moment. This is very frustrating because there is a rising community of AI bros taking on commissions and making money off of the backs of artists by writing prompts and claiming that they were the ones who drew the art instead of the AI they used. An example of this was discovered recently, when an AI bro was caught taking commissions while omitting the fact that they were using AI to generate the works they were stealing. I tweeted about it when I found out, and this is what I have to say. AI artists are taking commissions now while pretending they drew the art from scratch. It's wild because they most likely copy-pasted the client's wants as prompts and collected the check after the AI did all the work for them. This particular person was confronted about their AI use because they tried to hide it, but in the end they refused to show their layers and deleted their profile from that Korean commissions website. If you want to use AI in your commissions, go ahead, but please make sure to be open about it so the client knows what they're paying for. Otherwise, it's kind of a scam in my opinion. This isn't an isolated incident, because a few days before my thread, it was exposed that an AI bro was selling VTuber model designs created with AI, while not being transparent about the fact that they used AI. A Twitter user says, "Scam alert. Friends, please make sure you know what you're paying for. This person is selling VTuber model designs claiming to be their own, when actually they are all AI generated. More info below." They sold said designs for $50 and up, but if you were to input text prompts into Novel AI, which is the AI generator that was used for most of the art we've discussed today, it would cost less than a nickel to get the same results. It's really sad that there are people willing to go so far to deceive others with art that they didn't even create themselves, but the audacity of also trying to profit out of it is beyond me. An infamous artist called Sherliza Art, who was called out for tracing in the past, got recently exposed for paywalling AI artwork that they didn't create themselves. This was discovered by Twitter investigators who uncovered inconsistencies in the work that they posted, and when compared to their other works, something just felt off about it. Sherliza Art has yet to address these allegations. I want to make it clear that I don't think all AI art is bad, and I genuinely believe that it's okay to use AI art generators as a tool to play with or even build upon, as long as you don't profit out of it, lie about it, or harass artists over it. A prime example of this happening was witnessed earlier this week when an artist decided to stream their drawing process on Twitch, and a salty AI bro decided to steal their work by screenshotting the stream and inputting her sketch into an AI generator. The AI bro then ran to Twitter in order to post the art before the stream was even over and demanded the original artist to credit them for the work they stole and let an AI finish because, quote, "they posted it before the artist did," end quote. They were called out for this disgusting behavior. Quote, "Imagine stealing unfinished drawing and calling the real artist the thief while calling yourself an illustrator but can't even draw without AI." They were caught hiding replies of people asking them nicely to credit the original artist, whose work they plagiarized with AI. But rather than apologizing, they doubled down and claimed they were the real victim in the situation. Thankfully, they got reported to hell and back, and their Twitter account was removed in the end. Good riddance. Another example of someone lying about using AI occurred when I was actually scripting this video. A famous VTuber called Toastify ruined their VTuber career by tweeting about how they find lying about AI to be cringy, only to be later caught lying about AI art themselves. Only a few days ago they tweeted, "AI art is cool, but cringe if you try and play it off as actual art." After which, they posted art that looked like it was made with Novel AI. When they were questioned about the art being made by AI, they hid replies, lied that the art was from Discord, and even went as far as coming up with a name for some mysterious artist that allegedly drew the art for them. When Toastify noticed that people went looking for the mysterious artist in question and found nothing, they finally decided to come clean and apologize for lying about using AI art. This is what they said in their apology. "Hi everyone, just wanted to apologize for using AI art and lying about it. I got curious about AI art and decided to make some for myself, just for fun, and one of them came out really cute, and I decided to upload it. Once I was called out, I panicked and decided to lie about it, which was the biggest mistake. Since I publicly lied, I felt pressured by myself to continue with the lies, but that's very stupid. Sorry to everyone I disappointed in the community. I promise to be better in the future." End quote. Worse yet is that a few hours after apologizing, Toastify announced that they will be ending their VTuber career entirely. Hey guys, all good things come to an end, so I'll be doing a graduation stream on October 25th. For you guys who are not aware, when a VTuber graduates, it basically means that they're ending their career or they left their agency. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. There have been countless cases of plagiarism and art theft relating to AI art that are similar to the ones I went over so far, but I think we should move on to the next part of this video where I want to go over how entitled and insufferable some of these AI bros can truly be when it comes to art and artists. When I finished my first video on AI art, I walked away from it with a skeptical but an overall optimistic look on the future of AI art generators. That being said, after some of the behaviors and actions of the AI art community, I find myself losing hope for the technology because of how horrible some of its users can be. The reason I say this is because I've seen really disrespectful takes from AI bros regarding artists that it's hard for me to be supportive of AI art generators despite them having potential of being great tools for artists. A few examples of this type of behavior is AI bros constantly attacking and demeaning artists in order to feel superior to them. For example, an AI bro mocked artwork that was created by a 15-year-old in order to put AI art into a pedestal while simultaneously shaming the artist. And I just have to ask, why? The artist who was being put on blast in order to hype AI art responded to the tweet by saying, and I quote, "Hey, this is my old artwork from when I was like 15 to 16 years old. I don't appreciate you using my old art to shame others, especially without permission. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and if you think that the art of a 15-year-old sucks, that's your opinion." There was another case where an artist shared their art on Twitter and an AI bro decided to quote-unquote own them by posting their own AI-generated works in the replies and claiming that the artist has no choice but to accept AI art technology or lose. A situation that really pissed me off though happened a few days after the horrible news breaking of the art legend Kim Jong-ki unfortunately passing away. Kim Jong-ki was a South Korean illustrator who was famous for his highly detailed artworks that he freehand drew with ink from his memory. Naturally, his sudden passing really shook the art community, and many artists such as myself who have been looking up to his work for years were devastated by his loss. To nobody's surprise, however, an exploitative AI bro decided to take advantage of the fact that Kim Jong-ki passed away and went ahead inputting all of his past artworks into an AI generator without the consent of Kim's family or team. This person then proceeded to post the AI mimics of Kim Jong-ki's artwork to Twitter, and to top it all off, had the audacity to ask others to credit him for using Kim Jong-ki's work. The sheer evilness of this type of behavior truly baffles me. A Twitter user said, "As we mend our broken hearts from the recent passing of one of our brightest, this person was busy taking the beautiful work of our friend and trained an AI model, not once wondering if the family would be okay with it or if it was a good idea, but please don't forget his credit." Another user said, "This has to be a joke. Kim Jong-ki just passed. Somehow, instead of showing respect for him, you felt that it was appropriate to rip the personhood away from him and reduce him to a couple of keywords to produce whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Be fucking for real." You would think that the AI pro in question would remove the post and apologize for his tasteless behavior, but on the contrary, he doubled down and defended his exploitation of the late artist's work, while liking posts that defend him. The disrespect of the late Kim Jong-ki doesn't end here, however, because when Kim's mourning family posted a letter where they shared ways for fans to send fan art for his tribute, some tone-deaf AI bro distastefully quote-tweeted the family by asking them to feed Kim Jong-ki's artwork into an AI art program. You just can't make this shit up, even if you wanted to, and it's behavior like this that makes me lose hope in the AI art community. On top of the people I mentioned before, we have some AI bros that focus on pumping out big booba anime girls constantly, which you know, to each their own. But we also have the weirdos who are delusional enough to think that artists are useless and wasting their time learning how to draw while simultaneously advocating for AI art programs. Quote, "Once AI art improves, nobody's gonna commission you anymore, and y'all are gonna have to get real jobs. Cry about it. When will you accept that your art and years' work to hone your skills will not be as good as somebody typing a few words into a box and hitting enter? Getting dragged kicking and screaming into the future, are we? Many insecure and or unsuccessful struggling artists are so scared. I get it, but most probably we're not going to make it anyway. Sorry, it's the truth. AI democratizes creative expression." End quote. I don't think these people understand that AI art would not exist at all if it wasn't for the art that was fed into it. Without artists and their works, AI would not come up with anything on its own. So it's actually ridiculous that these people are so opposed to artists being critical of AI art, especially when it's their work that the AI is being caught plagiarizing from time and time again. This genre of AI bros probably think that art is a myth or a superpower that is kept away from society, when it's literally just just a skill that anyone can learn with a bit of practice and persistency. Even the term AI democratizes creative expression is so wrong and backwards. Anyone can draw, anyone can create art, and literally anyone can pick up a pencil and a brush and do something with that. So what kind of democracy are you even talking about? Like, I'm so confused. With that being said, let me jump into the last part of this video. You know what I find more confusing than all of the shenanigans we just covered? It's the fact that you watched this video for this long and you're still not subscribed. It says here that 75% of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel, and I think that's horrendous, especially if you watched this video for this long. So you better fix that by subscribing right now. AI has the possibility of being a great tool for artists as well as those who haven't been able to draw due to a disability or for any other reason. With a few clicks of a button, those who were unable to express their creativity were now given access to a technology that makes it very easy to do so. But while that's great and all in theory, the execution has been horrible, with the technology being used to exploit existing artists' intellectual property without proper regulation or protections in place. In my last video on this topic, I shared ways on how you can attempt to protect your art from being used by these AI art programs, so refer back to that video for those tips. But I want to add another tip that I found out after my video was released. A Twitter user discovered that if you add a subtle noise filter to your artwork, it stops the AI from learning what the image is, hence making it harder for it to use your art in the intended way. It's sad that artists have to go as far as to adding filters to their art, just to protect it from being stolen or used without their consent. But hard times bring hard measures, and if you want to, this is one option that helps keep your art safe. My overall thoughts on AI art can be summarized by a tweet I made recently. AI art isn't inherently bad. How it's used determines if it's detrimental or not. If you use it to take on commissions without informing the client, that's a scam. If you use it to steal artists' works and claim you drew it despite the AI making it for you, that's a scam. Do not scam. I do want to repeat that while this video has been very critical of AI bros and AI art programs, I still believe that they are not all evil. Yes, there are some bad apples in the bunch, a lot of them too. But that doesn't mean that we should crucify everyone who uses AI to create art or ban all AI art from existence. I think we should focus on finding ways to protect the intellectual property of artists and their works, so that they can't be exploited for the gain of others. I was thinking of making a video on how to spot AI art, so if you want that video, let me know in the comments. I might make a part 2 of this, or I don't know if this is a part 3, I'm not sure. But let me know if that's something you want to see. What do you guys think of all this? Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Do you think all AI art should be banned, or should it just be regulated? What do you think of AI bros calling themselves artists despite not drawing at all? Let me know in the comments. Before I go, I want to thank my precious channel members and patrons for supporting my channel. Thank you to OK Ether, Heavenly Ash, Puddles Meg, Saint Raya, Black Wolf 275, Harriet Rose, Lady Kimono, Galaxy Brain, Ramad, Noah Smashy Smash, Emmy, Ghost Girl V, Ash Wetzel, Lil Artsy Savage, Nat, Jamisha Walker Tenjimon, Seiji Hito, Salem Smith, JJ, Cool Ranger, Isabella, Juriah Sin, Min McLawn, and Glitchy Garbage. Thank you again for supporting my channel and my content. I love you guys as always, and if you want to also support my channel further, consider becoming a patron or a channel member. The links are in the description down below. Thank you for watching. Bye!